Starting the recording.
What up, mofos? It's another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. I am your host, Larry, the mustachioed Messiah. Joining me is Eddie V.
We have reached 100. Yay!
We have, dear Christ, that's officially 99 too many.
Someone argued it's 101 too many.
It really is. I mean,
good job, guys. Pack it up. We're done.
Yep.
Good job. Go team.
We finished before we started. All right. I was at least going to put us on par with the original Planet of the Apes series, where the first one was acceptable and the rest was hot garbage. But
is this just like every other movie series too, where like 3 or 4 movies in they just recast everybody? It's time for a recast, guys. We're about 30 episodes past the recast.
Did they?
Who's the next big wrestler that wants to be an actor? We need that guy in here. Where's John Cena? The Rock.
Somebody call Stardust. I'm sorry, those have been some of my favorite bits of fucking Jimquisition for the last 4 months. Oh, God. And also joining me is Corey and Ultra High Def Hudson fucking Derek.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Intros. Forgot. Yeah. Sorry, I just kind of started talking. Whatever. So, okay, so...
What happens after 100 intros?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been more than 100 for all of us anyway, like throughout the multitude of shows that we do. But like Lee on our show, we recorded an extra episode last week. He can't, since he built my PC, he can like access the back end of my PC from his PC, and he fixed the coloring on my webcam. And now, like, my face is, like, bright red, and I don't understand why, because I just went to look in the mirror because I thought I was having a heart attack or something. And, like, I'm still, like, I'm really pale, like, at home. But through the webcam, it looks like my face is, like, I'm sunburned, and I'm like, what's happening to me? What's happening? Am I dying? My chest doesn't hurt. My arms still work. I should stop drinking energy drinks, but...
Can you feel your face? If no, it's a stroke.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
Yep, that's called a stroke.
That's a popular song, right? That's what the kids are hip-hopping to these days? Hippity
No,
dip flippity
dubstep.
floops. Flippity floops. Floppity flippity flip flops. Yeah.
They're doing the flipper goobs.
Yeah!
Oh, Christ. So, we got a couple weeks worth of what you've been playing to catch up on. So, Eddie, what have you been playing the last couple of weeks?
So I'm going to start with Switch. We've just been playing the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Jumped in back into that game. Getting further into it, and man, it looks so gorgeous, and it's just so fun to play. Still, I'm glad that it ran so many awards, and that it's still winning awards, and it's just a perfect 10. And I know that right now there's a debate between God of War and Breath of the Wild, and I think both of them can exist. They think that God of War has pushed the envelope in gaming, and Breath of the Wild just really copy a whole bunch of other stuff in the other worlds. So people are just having different ideas and different viewpoints and options right now. But I'm just like, well, you can believe that, and congrats to Santa Monica and Sony for getting a lot of 10s for God of War.
Can't wait.
But I'm just like, just wait to it get in people's hands, and people actually play this stuff. I think Breath of the Wild has did more, and until I play God of War, I won't know for certain, because when people are people won't climb me in almost in every other game to be almost like Breath of the Wild or stuff still playing that as Breath of the Wild. Whether Nintendo borrowed elements or not, it still did something for the open world genre, and people are still talking about it and showcasing it on their Twitch streams and stuff like that. So, will that happen with God of War, even with all these perfect 10s? We don't know yet. So, but Ben just been playing Breath of the Wild on PlayStation 4. Started back up Ratchet and Clank, finished the game. Now I'm doing like the new challenge and stuff, and it's a great game. I had fun with it. Really truly enjoyed it. Also played Hellblade, Swan of Sacrifice, and goodness gracious, that game is gorgeous. It looks beautiful, and I did just pick it up for Xbox One, so I can't wait to play it on that system. Hopefully some people will show it on Xbox One X. I want to see it on the OX. But man, this game looks gorgeous. It's fun to play. Kind of got to learn some things about it. But just seeing the environments, seeing the character models, and I was just like, good night. You know, Ninja Theory put their all into this. And it's a one game that I hope it never comes to a Nintendo console, because I know it wouldn't be able to handle it. But I think they're a company that needs powerful hardware to tell their stories, because their environments is just beautiful, and they need you know those graphics in order to sell it. So played that. For Xbox One, played Battle Chasers Nights. I think for Xbox One, it's an RPG by THQ. That's coming to Switch also. Been playing that. Played Gears of War 4. Played some been playing Gears of War 2. Just felt like playing something like kind of old school. Ikaruga I played on Xbox One. Started up Crackdown for yes. Started up Crackdown for Xbox One, and man, it's fun, it's good, but the narrator just does not shut up. I was just like, stop talking. But yeah, played that. Also played what else did I I didn't play nothing for 3DS, but I think that's pretty. Oh, Halo 3. Me, Corey, and Jesse, we finished that game. Had fun with that.
What a fun game.
There's hijinks to be had, but
my gosh.
have fun playing that one.
I'm so glad that like Jesse drove us the whole time. Can't say the same for PUBG though when we played it last night.
Oh wow.
Sorry, Jesse. I love you, but you murdered me with a motorcycle. So.
Also played Sengoku 3 for Switch. I ended up beating that game. And then last but not least, I played something else for PlayStation 4, and I cannot think of it. Let's see. We played Hellblade. We did Ratchet and Clank. Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I also played. When I'm playing that on Survivor, where if you die, you got to go back to the last save point, and that's when you're at the campfire. You can't save. It doesn't do no auto saves. So it's like kind of the hardest difficulty. So decided to play that on Rise of the Tomb Raider. Other than that, that's all I actually been playing.
Dude, I watched that video we recorded of Rise of the Tomb Raider yesterday. That game still looks phenomenal. Like,
yeah.
Like, just the environments, man. Just the environments. Like that first, not like the opening scene, but that scene where you are in the Aztec temple or whatever. And like you crunch through that wall, that secret wall, and she puts her hand up because the light is so bright, and then you walk through the opening, and it just pans over the temple that's in the wall of this mountain. Oh, just like love that game so much. I want more people to play Rise of the Tomb Raider. Everybody listening to this show, play Rise of the Tomb Raider. I don't care what console. I don't care if you don't have an Xbox One or a PS4. They made it for 360. It's on PC. I don't care how you do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
Yes. So.
Do it. If you play it, Larry will tickle you with his mustache.
Yeah, I still need to jump back in and start a Quantum Break. I meant to start playing that, but then I was just like, let me play this RPG and start. And then I'm looking at Blue Dragon. And I need to start that too instead of Decay.
No, you don't. You don't need to play Blue Dragon.
I
Sorry.
still need to work on Lost Odyssey.
If you're gonna play any Mistwalker game, it's either gonna be Lost Odyssey or The Last Story for Wii. You can skip Blue Dragon.
I want to hear the butt rock in Blue Dragon. I want to play it. It should just it makes me happy. So, but pretty much that's what I've been playing. Since I got some downtime at the moment, and I'll be trying to finish up a lot of my backlog.
Yeah.
Fair.
Hey, Corey, what about you?
Let's see. What have I been playing? I mean, everything I've been playing has been trying to wrap up shows that we've been doing on here. Portal I finished, but we'll talk about that in the Minus World episode. I know we didn't record one last week. I'm sorry, but we'll record that and talk about it there. I still don't know how I feel about Portal, like as a game. I like the concept of Portal, but I don't know. I still don't know if I enjoyed that game or not. Like it's, I just don't know if I enjoyed that game or not, and I don't know. We'll talk about it, but PUBG, dude. Okay, talk about a game that I had zero negative interest in, and I started playing it with Jesse last night, and we played probably like 10 rounds of it. I'm addicted to it, and yes, it kind of runs like crap, and we got booted from the servers a couple times, but that game is addicting. Like the gameplay loop of, okay, let's land over here, let's loot this house, let's find a backpack. Did you find a backpack? No. Oh, there's one up here. You put on the backpack. You got a vest? No, but there's one downstairs in the garage. So we put on a vest. There's a couple motorcycle helmets laying here. Let's put them on. Oh, there's an assault rifle over here. Did you get an assault rifle? No, I got an Uzi. I'll trade you. So you drop the items and switch weapons, and oh, let's get in this vehicle, and we start driving to the next area to start looting the next place while the circle is closing in. And when there's other people around you, the tension just starts going super high. You're just like, I hope he didn't see me. Did he see me? No, let's camp out in this bedroom because he's going to come in this house and try to loot stuff. And so we were hiding in this bedroom, and one of the squad goals that's going up within the next couple weeks, we were camping out in this bedroom for 5 minutes because we could hear this guy walking around the house checking all the rooms and stuff. And all of a sudden he walks into the room, and the one thing I don't like about this game is all the weapons, even if they're assault rifles, you can change what they are set to, one shot, burst shot, auto, and they're all set to one shot automatically, even if it's an assault weapon. So we didn't we knew that, but you kind of forget because if you pick up an assault rifle, you expect it to be an automatic rifle, right? So we're camping out in this room. We're waiting for him to come in the room, and we're just gonna blast him.
It to be semi-automatic.
We're just gonna blast him, right? And we hold down our triggers, and only one bullet comes out of each of our guns. And so he takes Jesse down. I'm like, oh crap! And I just keep tapping the trigger, and we take him down, but he took Jesse down. So I'm sitting there trying to revive Jesse, and we hear other people outside, and all of a sudden somebody threw a grenade through the window, and we died. But it was just this tension, this 5-minute tension match of is he gonna come in the room? Oh crap, our guns aren't set right. Oh crap, there's a grenade. We're dead. But it's I don't know what it is about this game, because everything about this game just kind of screams I don't like these types of games. It's the same thing with Fortnite. It's just fun, but I can only see myself really playing duos or squads. I don't see myself really playing this game by myself a whole lot. But man, that game's fun, and it's got. I feel like the loop in this game is a lot deeper and a lot better than Fortnite, because Jesse and I have been playing Fortnite a lot. So I don't know, man. It's fun. It's a good time. But finished Halo 3, like Ed said. That's a great game. Halo 3 is a great game. If they would just add a sprint button to Halo 3, it would be the perfect first person shooter. I wouldn't need another one, except for Halo 4 because I love Halo 4 too. But the shotgun, dude, the
I
shotgun.
do think 4 is definitely where that series peaked.
What, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and I know a lot of people think 3 is like the best campaign and 4 is the best 2 is the best multiplayer. But I think the level design and the multiplayer in 4 is infinitely better in both in 4 than both of those games. I'm sorry. But what else have I been playing? There was something else I've been playing. I haven't really touched my Switch at all recently. What else was? Oh, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch again too. I'm back on that bandwagon. I love that game so much.
It would seem you are back on a very specific kind of bandwagon.
What, shooting people?
Yeah.
A shooty bang bang bandwagon.
Whatever you do, don't visit any schools.
Oh. Too soon, man. Too soon.
I'm not
Yeah,
touching
but at
that
this
at
rate,
all.
it's forever too soon. I didn't specify any one event.
You said school,
I said schools, multiple, plural.
and you said shooting.
I didn't say. All I said is don't visit any schools.
Okay, I'm
Corey
steering my
said
way
he's
out of this
shoot-
conversation. Hey, Larry, look at my Spectre Knight t-shirt.
Yeah, look at the Spectre Knight T-shirt you didn't pick up for me, douche.
Hey, man. Sorry. I was hungry.
God.
What else have I been playing? Oh, I did play one round of Rainbow Six Siege without anybody, and I was so lost without Jesse's, like, this is what you do, and this is where we gotta go. I was so lost. I was like, nope, I need somebody. Help! Help! So, but that's kind of it. It's been a lot of guns and bullets for me this past couple weeks. But we did finish Pod and Play, so I guess I played a lot of those games too. But mostly for funsies, it's been a lot of shooty bang bang. Halo 5 multiplayer. That's what I've been playing a lot of. I was like, man, what is the game I've been playing? Halo 5, man. What a fantastic multiplayer game that game is. Woo! The rush, the hype, the Halo. I don't really know how to describe it. It's very simple compared to a lot of other first-person shooters these days. That game is very simplified, but simple is fun. Simple is easy. Simple gives me credits to buy sweet submachine gun skins. Sweet skins for weapons I don't use because they come in the rec packs. I did get a red and white candy cane pistol skin though, so that's cool, I guess.
God.
And I got a lot of stuff from the Christmas event that went on, and I didn't play in, but they still gave me the rec packs for. So I got Sparty Santa, so that was cool. It's basically it's like a Spartan helmet. It's just an emblem for your like tag or whatever, but it's just a Spartan helmet with a Santa hat and a beard. It's kind of rad.
Oh, Lord. Anyways.
It's a good time.
Been playing anything else?
Nope. Not really.
All right. I'm going to go.
Probably at some point, but not really.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, much to my horror, I discovered, as I was talking to Eddie as we were setting up here, that apparently there was something that went horribly wrong, and I didn't realize it until now. And last week's episode did not post, so there's a good chance you might hear this before that. I don't know yet. I'm going to do my best to try and get everything redone and this one done for Tuesday. So with any luck, it'll all be up at the same fucking time. But in any case,
Fair.
shit I've been playing. I started Mario and Rabbids.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Yes.
I've
Rabbid
got
Luigi's
some
the best.
I've got some mixed but mostly positive feelings about it. And any detractor feelings I have nothing to do with that game at all. It has to do with the fact that I'm not big on tactics games. I'm just not. That being said, I've been playing it, and I've kept playing it. because it amuses me. It makes me laugh. I honestly wish it was a little more story heavy than it was. Um, don't get me wrong. I like the humor that's there. I really wish it didn't rely just purely the way it does on the physical humor. I would love for a little more humor in the writing. But it is what it is, and it still amuses me. I wish it was a little tweaked. What else have I been playing? I almost started Doom for my Switch finally because I caught a sweet fucking deal on it. Stopped at a large chain game store that I've decided I'm just not going to talk about anymore because fuck that place. But I caught one of their screw ups and they had a copy of Doom used on Switch, but it was marked as a PS4 copy, so I got it for $20. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was quite pleased about that. So that store can suck it. In any case, what else have I been playing? I've been playing off and on bits of Flint Hook. Also, here's the so for a little less than a week now, I've been working fairly steadily on Hollow Knight. And I wish I was happier about Hollow Knight. I really do. I was so jazzed to play this fucking game. And it really, really is a very abrasive nut to crack. Don't get me, I love the art style. I love the art direction. The first area of that game, though, looks drab as shit. It's all like muted blues and grays and hard black outlines. And like I said, I love the art direction. I love the style. That color palette, that design for that specific area, I did not like. What's a good way to explain it? I know. It's like starting Metroid Prime with the Phazon mines. It is visually the least interesting part of that game. That's the best way I can explain it. Like, the rest of the game is great, but visually that opening section looks just completely uninteresting by comparison. It was hard to suck me into that. And on top of that, the game is very, very unforgiving. Holy shit. That game is way more grindy than I would have expected out of it. Like, I expect grindy gameplay out of Dead Cells because that's kind of part of the point. But Hollow Knight, it should not take that long to grind up to really get things moving in Hollow Knight, and that makes me sad. Now that I'm going, it's a little easier to sink into and to play more of. Because, I mean, like I said, once you get out of that first area, some of that, like that second area, oh my God, just beautiful. But it's...
Did you call me
I've
beautiful?
got way more... I did. You and those just bedroom eyes. But... For anybody listening to the audio version of this, you really need to watch the YouTube version so that you can see Corey in his bedroom eyes right now. But beyond Hollow Knight, been playing more of Dead Cells.
Can't wait for Dead Cells on Switch, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
told you.
It's officially our highest viewed video on on the YouTube channel. The off-screen footage I took of Dead Cells on Switch. Good job, everybody. Great work. You know, we put all this work into all these other videos and stuff, and our minute and a half of me standing in line behind some sweaty man playing Dead Cells is our highest viewed video.
So, but no, I've been happily grinding away at Dead Cells. Yeah, I stand by my conviction. When that game comes to Switch, my life is over.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like, dude, that game, when I played it, like, I mean, I've heard you talk about it for what, 3 or 4 months now, 5 months maybe longer, I don't know. But like,
It's only gotten worse now that I finally broke down and started playing it on
yeah,
PC.
and I was like, I mean, this game sounds fun, but I don't like roguelikes and like some procedurally generated stuff turns me off, and I'm just like, this game just sounds like everything I hate in a game, you know. And I went and
But they did it all exactly right.
yeah, that's the thing, is like everything is just the right amount of roguelite and just the right amount of procedurally generated stuff that it's like, man, this game is like, they actually have something here. Like,
Oh yeah,
dude, I cannot stress enough how thoroughly impressed I was with Dead Cells when I played it. I was like, man, the music, the way the main character moves, and like the attacks just feel right. It feels so good to parry stuff back when you find a shield. Like, all of it, man. Dead Cells looks great. Dead Cells,
Dude, that
everybody.
sound design
If you
does
didn't hear what we
wonders for it,
said,
too.
Dead Cells is the game. Dead Cells.
Buy Dead Cells.
Dead Cells.
So, but yeah, like, no, as far as feeling just right too, the sound design does wonders for that, because that sound design gives everything impact wise that perfect crunchy feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
And like the way you jump down on platforms too, like that down dash kind of thing, kind of like, it's such a little
Just
thing that you're just like, okay, I could probably like enjoy this game just as much if I just press down and B and I just like kind of floated down to the next platform. But like, I don't know, man. It's great.
well, that down thrust is awesome, especially when you get stuff that modifies it, and like, you know, when you down thrust into the ground, it lights the fucking ground on fire.
Down thrusting. That's how babies are made.
That's right.
What?
Yeah. I was thinking of an argument for that, but yes, I was going to say that doesn't work if you're doing cowgirl, but that still works. It just depends on who's down thrusting.
Yep.
So, anyways, what else? I've been playing a little bit of Flint Hook off and on. I still love Flint Hook. Flint Hook is harder for me to get into now that I've been playing Dead Cells, but I do still love playing Flint Hook. There's a lot of fun to be had in Flint Hook, and I really want to progress further. But God, that game kicks my fucking ass every time. I need to get good at Flint Hook. That's all there is to it. Other than that, what else have I been playing? Finished Pegasus Prime. That's up on the World 1-1 Plays as well. So now the full game is up there for your consumption, so that you don't have to play it. You can just watch somebody else do it. I don't promise that it's great, but
that game looks game looks like a really weird game that like Game Informer, like old school Game Informer, would have played for Super Replay or something, like Siberia or I don't even know what else to point at, but man, that
Myst.
game, yeah, that game.
I mean, that game really is in kind of like the Myst family, when you break it down, which they actually have a connection to Myst. Presto Studios, that did that Journeyman Project series, also did Myst 3 Exile. Which, speaking of Myst, super cool thing on Kickstarter. I really want to get my hands on one of these too, because it's pretty. There is the Cyan is releasing the Ultimate Edition Myst collection, all 7 Myst games in one package.
Jeez.
And
I didn't even know there were that many games.
Yep. But the really cool part is I think it's like the 3rd tier reward. The packaging comes in like a book or a box that looks like a linking book, and when you open up the front cover of the linking book, there's a little mini HD LCD screen in the front page that runs flyover videos of the worlds from Myst, like the actual linking books in Myst. And that's the case for all 7 of these games. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Nice.
I love Myst. it's a real pretty package. I mean, they're putting a lot of love into this, and these guys went to a lot of trouble because they had to reacquire the rights from various different developers and studios that worked on the series. Because while Scion did all the Myst stuff, they also partnered, depending on the installment, with different other studios. So they had to get the rights back from all those various studios, and they managed to do it. So,
Wow.
major props to Scion for getting that together. And then on top of that, if anybody is a fan of Adam Ruins Everything, like I am, Adam Conover did the voice work for their Kickstarter video. It's pretty fucking cool. So, yeah, that's a cool thing to go check out. It's like super huge fucking props to them. I cannot recommend enough. Like, give them some money and get a bunch of awesome games. But trying to think if I've been playing anything else. I'm sure. Yeah. Sat down with a buddy of mine today, and we played a couple goodies. I got him hooked on Ori and the Blind Forest. He doesn't have an Xbox, but he's like, I wonder if this is on Steam. I'm like, yep. He looks it up. He's like, it's $20. I said, yep. He's like, I already bought it. So, also sat him down with some Future Tactics. I was explaining it to him. He's like, that sounds fucking awesome. And he's like, this actually is really good. He's like, it's a little slow for my taste, but the concept is awesome. So we played some Future Tactics for a little bit today. Other than that, I think that runs most of the gamut. Yeah, Corey, you missed all the fun Hollow Knight talk, but I'm not going back through that again. I've got too many mixed feelings about that right now.
That's fine.
So, yeah.
My wife came home. I had to go say hello.
Aw.
She went
Look
to
at you doing your husbandly duties.
I know. She went to a Holocaust survivor speaker tonight at their synagogue. So like I was like, that's interesting. I'll listen for 5 minutes. But yeah, I just want to say hi. Sorry guys, I left. I'm sorry. I'm more sorry about how disastrous this game room looks, and it's because we're prepping to move everything out of the game room.
Yeah, mine's not exactly great either right now. I've had a bunch of shit going on and a bunch of kids tearing through my house lately. But yeah, I think that mostly covers it. So, big exciting news from the last couple weeks. Corey, pick something.
I don't know.
Come on, what got you hype?
Nothing really.
Nothing got you hype?
No. I mean, God of War reviews look great. God of War looks good. It's not really news, though.
Eddie, what got you hype?
Well, going with the latest, anyone who owns Minecraft or Switch, they'll be able to get achievements from Xbox Live system. So it's kind of interesting to see if Xbox is going to put more games on Switch, and if they're going to bring their kind of achievements to system to Switch. Doing it for some of their indies, like some of their indie games that is owned by Xbox, like Cuphead or something, or Ori. Like they could put that on Switch and be able to get achievements from there. So I was wondering if Microsoft would be able to do that. So that's kind of interesting to see that they're adding that functionality to Switch with Microsoft.
Right on.
I'm kind of interested in Valkyria Chronicles Remastered coming to Switch.
Yeah.
They announced that for Japan, but I don't know. It'll probably come here eventually, I bet. You said
I actually wonder. Oh, go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I said you said interesting news, but this isn't really interesting. Sega is releasing one of those a new mini system.
Yep. I was just going to mention that. That was one of the couple things I was going to bring up. Was the hell is it? The Sega Mega Drive Mini. Yeah, that.
Yep.
It's too fucking wordy. So yeah, that's a thing that's coming. Actually, other interesting Sega news: Shenmue 1 and 2 remaster is coming.
Yay!
It's a shame that game is coming out. The Shenmue 3. And that game's been in development for almost, 2.5 years almost?
Yeah,
Well, it's
but
probably-
I imagine
it's-
a remaster probably doesn't take as much time either.
And it's probably not them doing it. It's probably a third, like a outsourced team.
Outsource.
Yeah.
Well, one came out for Dreamcast, two came out for Xbox 360, and this third one, whenever it gets released.
PlayStation 7 exclusive.
Womp womp.
That's just so a shame with Sony is that they got Shenmue 3 and a Final Fantasy 7 remake, and neither one of them has any updates of them coming out.
It's
And Final
because
Fantasy
nobody
7 had to-
cares about either of
Final
those.
Fantasy 7 had to get scrapped.
People are
and
excited for
redone.
Final Fantasy 7 remake to come out so they can complain about how it sucks.
Don't forget too, there's even money on whether or not Kingdom Hearts 3 ever makes it out to PlayStation 4 or not.
Fair.
This is a shame.
I mean, I'm
Like,
excited
so
for Kingdom
why-
Hearts, but like, look, I know I've made fun of Final Fantasy 7 a long time through various shows and networks and podcasts and YouTube channels, but like, I just feel like Final Fantasy 7, the story and the things that they kind of addressed and made fun of still don't hold up today. Like, with so many people being like so careful about what they're saying, like, how is the cloud cross-dressing scenes gonna go? Like, how is some of this, like, the race stuff gonna go? Like, how is some of this stuff gonna go? Like, and I know, like, people think they loved that game when it came out, and I'm sure, like, the nostalgia factor plays a lot into it, and they probably loved that game when it came out. But if you're gonna remake a game like that, like, are people going to care? And if people didn't play it before, how many people are going to complain about the content that's in it? And how many people that did love it are going to complain about how that game is
Well,
just in a
it's-
lose situation, because
it already lost people when they said it's going to be episodic.
I mean, that's
So-
what I'm saying. Like, that game has so many things working against it. So many things working
Well,
against
that's-
it that it's like,
That's
is it
pretty much
even?
a lot of Sony games.
And then when they pulled
Yeah.
it from the original developer to bring it in house, and that announcement, a month ago, that they're just now hiring to like speed up production for that game, like, man, that game. I'm sorry, that game will be ready for its 25th anniversary in 2022, right? That
I don't
game
even
came.
think it'll be out.
That game
I don't
came
even
out
think
in
it'll be out on
1997, right?
PlayStation 4.
97.
97
Yeah.
or 98.
Yeah, it'll be out.
Like,
It'll be out for its 25th anniversary.
I think it'll be out when PlayStation 5 comes. Because if Final Fantasy 7 is not ready by the time Death Stranding is ready, that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Sony and Square can not only not make their release dates, they can't even make their release consoles. Jesus.
Well, the thing with Sony
Last
is
Guardian.
that everybody's showing Sony and Square
Kingdom
Enix are
Hearts
just
3.
showing all these cutscenes and not showing gameplay. So
It's because
that
there
just
isn't any gameplay.
so that tells me that already brings concern of I can't look at if I gotta wait for greatness, I'm going to just go ahead and play something else. Because then by the time your game come out, it might not even be that great.
Yeah,
So
it's
I think people are more excited for Octopath Traveler than they are for Final Fantasy VII.
Agreed.
fuck yeah, bring me that shit. That collector's edition looks awesome, and it's gonna be here this summer.
So
What was that?
It's me being super gay excited. I don't
I have-
care.
Fair.
I haven't been hyped for like a straight RPG in like 2 decades, dude. I am all kinds of excited about this, and I don't care if it shows in weird ways anymore.
well, it's pretty much
I am
Square
old
Enix.
enough and curmudgeonly enough to be comfortable in my weirdness.
It's pretty much Square Enix RPGs for Nintendo that people get hyped about, and Atlas games for Nintendo. Like, I think the last RPG that was a Square Enix that got hyped for the other systems was Persona 5 and Ni no Kuni 2. And Ni no Kuni 2 delivered on this promise.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So here's one that's got me really excited. There's word that there is a new BioShock in the works. Oh my god.
don't care.
Yeah,
Oh,
I really
bring
don't
it
care
to
either.
me. I love me some BioShock.
I
Bring it back.
I've
Bring
tried.
it back.
I've tried so hard to get into BioShock, and I just can't. I
I
thought
got the collection.
I thought you were gonna bring up the fact that any retro game collectors are now finding drugs in their games.
That
was
that. Oh
insane.
my god, that was great.
But hasn't this happened before?
Better start busting open your copies of Bubsy.
It's
Hasn't
so
this happened
insane
before?
because I've never opened an NES cartridge before, and just looking at this, why are the cartridges so big? The board is at the bottom. Why is the cartridge so big?
Like the Nintendo
Because there's
cartridge.
room for the art that way.
I mean, the Nintendo cartridge itself is not that big.
No, but the
And
board
they're
is
just-
like a third of
they're
the
just, like,
size.
expanded. I looked at it. I'm just like, that's a lot of cocaine that they put in, like about this big. I'm like, goodness, that's the size of a ding dong in a sense. Looking at the photo, I'm just like, really?
And then there's one with a ton of cash in it too.
Oh,
Ugh.
God.
Well,
No,
yeah.
I saw that, and I did laugh pretty hard. But yeah, hearing that there's a new BioShock in the works got me pretty excited. I kind of was getting to the point where I figured that they were just going to let the series be dead, which would... It's understandable, but it would still make me sad. But I'm curious to see now what they're working on and where they go from Infinite.
Well, did Infinite kind of wrapped up the whole game at the end?
Right, and that's why I'm curious to see where they go from there. Are they going to do another full departure like they did with Infinite, where Infinite was just pretty much totally separate from 1 and 2 with Rapture?
Mm-hmm. But
Or
connected
it's-
at the end.
Right, but even without that, it still pretty much stood alone from. So, I mean, are they going to go for something completely thematically different from the first two? Because 1 and 2, and I lump 1 and 2 together as one game at this point. But 1 and 2 thematically worked on one thing. Infinite thematically worked on kind of another thing. So I'm curious to see what kind of setting they roll with for whatever it is they're working on now. But so
Think
that's got me
people wanna
excited.
think people want to see how System Shock does first before they see a new BioShock.
I mean, they're gonna be waiting a while.
Right.
I mean, they just resumed production for
I know, but then they
System
say it
Shock,
wasn't coming
so.
till 2021 because they kind of completely restarted.
What a shame. But anyways, I know there's been more news than that, but honestly, it's been a very, very busy, hectic week, and I don't want to run real long this week. And we've kind of caught up on multiple weeks worth of what you've been playing since last week was 2 hours of fucking PAX coverage, and I promise I will get.
Wasn't that
Get
a
it
great
posted.
episode, guys? That was such a fun episode.
It was, and it'll be even better as soon as I can get it posted because shit went wrong.
My throat hurts
So-
so much from this past week because, even though I kind of co-host a lot of shows on here, I don't really talk a whole lot. I mean, I talk, but I don't talk a whole lot. And it's just last week I talked more than I probably have in the last 2 months. It's my throat hurts, and I haven't had time to catch up.
This last week has been sponsored
Welcome
by
to my podcast
Ricola.
Corey. Welcome to my podcast life
I know.
No.
Ugh.
per
Well,
week.
Yeah, I think that's it. Minor housekeeping, the usual. Find us at our home on shoutengine.com, iTunes, Google Play Music. If you be kind enough to drop a rate and a review on iTunes or Google Play, we appreciate that. It gets the visibility up. for those of you that have not or are already checking us out on the NGR YouTube channel, click the subscribe button, ring the bell if we did well. That way you get all those wonderful notifications. We're also going to be back with another wrapping up the first official edition of Minus World with the end of Portal. And then we're going to be moving forward from there with our next game. I think we settled on Portal 2 just so we can get the complete story since it's only 2 games long. But in any case, also shout out to Marjorie Steele of Cosgirl, who had me on. She's getting ready to launch her podcast to go along with Cosgirl. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled to the Cosgirl Facebook page so you can find out when all that goes live as well. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, I think we covered it. Did we cover it?
Covered
Like
it.
we covered it.
Covered it like a wet
Jail.
blanket.
Womp, womp.
No? Is that not how that works?
I don't know. I feel like we covered it. More accurately, I feel like we covered it kind of like a smallpox blanket.
Fair. Like a SARS blanket.
Yep.
Like in that South Park episode when the Indians were wrapping the Chinese people up in blankets and passing them out to give the white people SARS. Ed doesn't South Park. It's fine.
That's okay. I don't think South Park's gonna do any better than they ever did a couple of years ago, but they had that one season that was just like peak optimal hilarity and perfection.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're ever going to quite reach that again anymore, which is a shame, but whatever. So, guys, that's it for us. We will, Corey and I will see you later this week with the concluding Portal episode of Minus World, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what's to come with the run of Portal 2 for Minus World as well. Hoping this week to start in on something additional for World 1-1 plays. Part of me wants to do Buried in Time and keep with the Journeyman Project stuff, which I will get all 3 of those up at some point, but part of me wants to deviate and play through AM2R because it's been a little while. So it's a toss-up right now, but something's going to be starting this week on that. But yeah, other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in. Guys, thanks for coming and joining me and doing this bullshit with me once again this week. Corey,
Yay.
Eddie, I love your faces. Eddie, you need to come visit. It's been too fucking long.
Yeah. Let me get something situated first. And
I know how you
come
feel.
visit.
Trust me. It's a long
But
story.
let
But
Ed find some employment first.
Yeah. I know the struggle. I hear it. Trust me. So, anyways, all right. Well, guys, thank you again, and good night. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.